Hey guys, Ricky here. Today we're going to talk about how to use sam.gov. Are you really going to use it to win contracts with the government? Now, just a little bit of warning, you're going to hear some things here that are the exact opposite of what most of the social media channels out there are pumping out. I'm a former government procurement officer. I managed over $82 billion in contracts for the federal government, and then started a coaching consulting business where I help companies sell to the government. Okay, so I've been on both sides of it now. And I'm going to tell you the truth, what is really going on in sam.gov, a very specific opportunity that you need to be looking for, and the work required to actually close a contract. All right, guys. So this is sam.gov. Now, this is a government website. So not the smoothest, not the most user-friendly. Now, you don't even have to be logged in here to look for opportunities. So what we're going to do, first thing I do, just go to search. Here is the big difference between what I'm going to teach you and what the gurus are telling you. You do not want to look for solicitations, meaning you don't want to look for a request for quote or request for proposal. But that's an official solicitation, meaning if you respond to a RFP or RFQ, you could be awarded a contract. You're going to write a proposal, which is a lot of work, or a solicitation. And then the government is going to critique that proposal, grade it, and then eventually somebody's going to be awarded on most of those solicitations. Now, here's what you're not hearing. By the time those solicitations come out, a tremendous amount of work has gone into this contracting process on the government side and on the company side. At the end of the day, relationships win contracts with the government. You don't have to have relationships from a childhood friend that's in the government. You develop these relationships specific to the opportunity. So there's very few people that can put you on contract. So we're going to develop a relationship with someone in the government that can put you on contract. This is how we do it. We look for sources sought. I'm going to go down here to sources sought, and it pulls up a bunch. Look, there's 3,700 of these. These are not all going to be things you can engage on because some of them are going to be past the due date. So let's say the next 3 months.
The GovClose certification is generating tremendous results.
So 27 years old, you've never worked in government contracting, you've never worked as a consultant, and you just closed your first deal. Is that correct?
That's fair. And I've got a couple small projects on the side as well. So definitely probably my best investment I've made all year.
It would be my second post on how a cold call landed a 9-figure government contract. My name's Gavin Tice.
So my name is Ethan Mart. When I was able to enroll into the GovClose program, it just exceeded all my expectations. It really has provided a lot of valuable learnings and insights that I would not have found on my own.
I was able to get a consulting gig with a software company that currently works with the intelligence community. Hi, I'm Deb Diller Harris.
If you want to learn how to sell to the government, if you want to learn how to start your own consulting business, if you want to learn the skills that you need to go land a 6-figure plus account executive job with big companies selling to the government, the certification program is for you. Head on over to govclose.com, check out our certification program, talk to the team. You won't regret it.
Now I have 1,100 opportunities. This sources sought is the government. This means that there is a government office that has the authority to put you on contract and has funding to put you on contract. They are going to put somebody on contract to solve a problem. The sources sought has multiple benefits for you and for the government. One, and this is the one most people associate with sources sought, it does let the government know if there's a small business or a business with a set aside like 8A, woman-owned small business, service disabled, that can perform the service, provide the technology, provide the solution that they're looking for. So that's one thing. So it can help the government set something aside for a small business, or let them know, hey, we can't set this aside because there aren't enough companies out there that can do this. We're going to make it a full-blown open competition. Large and small can go for it. That is one reason for the sources sought. What you're doing when you respond to a sources sought, you're not just helping them set something aside. You're helping them write the solicitation that's going to come out. Remember that thing I said not to look for, the RFP or RFQ? The government still has to write that. That's a lot of work. So they are taking these responses and they are incorporating a lot of this into the solicitation. You're starting your relationship with that office. They now know your name. You've now helped them. And so you're going to request a meeting or a demo of whatever you've got. You respond to the sources side. So you're helping them write the solicitation. You're helping them understand maybe a business like yours is the business that should go on contract. In their mind, you're starting to become a front runner. And by the way, now you requested a meeting with the office, right? You want to get on the phone with them and you get in a meeting with them. You show them your past performance, even if it's just commercial past performance. This is the work we've done. You're talking with them. And what you're learning when you communicate with them, by the way, is all of the use cases the government has for this cable assembly spec. I haven't even opened the sources sought, but I could tell you right now, all of the use cases for this are not in there. You're going to learn about these use cases during your meetings with the government, and your competitors aren't going to know about them because they're not all going to end up in the solicitation. So when you write your proposal, it's going to be so much better and so much more targeted toward what the government actually needs. This isn't a quick win. This is not a quick win game. This is a marathon. It takes much longer to sell to the government than it does commercially. Like, you need to know that going into this, 12 to 18 months. That's where you have to plan on. When you find the sources sought, there are a lot of steps that go from finding this to closing a contract with the government. And it's critical that you have a way of managing this. So the next thing that you're going to do is you want to track it, right? You're going to put in a lot of work between finding this sources sought and closing a contract. One of the things you have to do is eventually you will have to do a proposal, probably on an RFP or an RFQ, but those are going to be ones that you are specifically looking for because you've engaged on the sources sought that was associated with it. Okay, so you need a way of tracking that. So I'm going to show you quickly how I manage that
in the next video.